Two guys, real quick. Fred Warner, we've said it week after week after week. The guy's a gladiator. He's an all-time 49er. I'm already ready to say it. All-time 49er. CMC playing every single snap with a torn oblique.
Yeah,
that's legendary status.
Insane.
Now, was he the same exact player? No. But they don't even come close to beating the Vikings without CMC because they couldn't run anything at all. No. That guy is a monster.
Well, Alex in Atlanta yesterday came with the stat of all stats.
What's that?
He said the Vikings give up 56 yards on the ground at home per game.
That's a home field advantage,
yesterday, they give up 50 yards on 14 carries.
Wow.
Christian McCaffrey averaged 3.2 yards a pop. Brock Purdy, 2 carries, 16 yards. Elijah Mitchell with the 1 carry for -1 yard. Actually, excuse me, that's just the first half. My bad. I'm telling people lies out here. Where's
I think he had 2. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he could have had 2 carries. No, Elijah Mitchell had 1 carry.
He only had the 1?
Yeah. So CMC, I'm not far off here. 15 carries, 45 yards, 3 yards a pop. Brock Purdy, 5 carries, 19 yards. George Kittle, 1 carry, 2 yards on a little tight end jet sweep to get a first down. Overall, the Niners, 22 carries, 65 yards on the ground.
Not going to get
3 yards a carry.
Not going to get
Minnesota, 21 carries, 74 yards, but they averaged 5.3 a pop in the first half. So, listen, man, that's not good enough.
No.
That's just not good enough. Go ahead.
But CMC giving everything he had, like, I respect the hell out of him.
Too. He's a gladiator.
And, like, he's an all-time. The other guy that I got to give love to, because we're all negative this morning. And
no, we're not negative. There's positivity.
Dre Greenlaw throws his body around with reckless abandon. I don't know where he stands in the pantheon of great linebackers. That's not for the debate today. My guy Golson and Whitner used to throw their bodies at dudes. I'm talking projectile shoulder blasts, give you every ounce of their body. Dre Greenlaw's on the same level. Dre Greenlaw is one of my favorite players of all time. Just the way he plays. He knocked Madison so hard, he almost knocked himself out.
Well, at that point in the game when he knocked out Madison, early fourth quarter, because on the second play of the game, he had a Tones head again on the tight end. I mean, he obliterated the tight end. I think it was, who was it? It wasn't Irv Smith.
No, it was the other guy.
It was somebody. It wasn't Hockenson. No, he lit somebody up. But when he did hurt Madison for the 1 yard loss, and he damn near hurt himself, at that point, he had a tackle for loss, a quarterback hit, and 8 tackles. I mean, he was everywhere. They missed him.
Everywhere.
They missed him.
Everywhere.
Let's get to the lines.
I love Greenlaw.
Yeah, let's get to the lines. Rat-a-tat-tat. We got everybody out here. Full phone lines, 888-957-9570. And 925 Comcast Business Text Line. Steiny and Evan Giddings was said this last week. Evan Giddings. Bosa has 3.5 sacks, and 2 of them were unblocked. He has 3.5 sacks in his last 12 games, including the postseason. It's not good enough.
These sour-ass Niners can go ahead and get out of town.
Bay-Rob. Bay-Rob. What's up, Bay-Rob? Long time no talk, Bay-Rob. What's going down?
Man, it's all good, man. You know I got my ear to the mic, man. I listen to y'all all day, but I ain't going to drive y'all crazy with all my rants. But anyway, man, I'm feeling like Butcher Boy this morning, man. Hey, for some reason, I knew we couldn't get it together, y'all. And so when I knew we couldn't get it together, I said, man, let us just make it in this half. If we give up 3 points, I'm fine with that, man. Why did that dude call that all-out blitz on third down like that?
Makes no sense.
Like, that killed me. It killed me. Then, you know what I'm saying? We just couldn't get it together, guys. I ain't so panic, but your boy Wilkes is suspect on this defense because it's a few quarterbacks that's moved the ball on us, and most of them second string, the boy Dobbs, when we played against Arizona and
Joshua
Cleveland.
Dobbs.
You know what I'm saying? Them
Walker.
dudes move the ball. I'm telling you, dude, these second string, these backup quarterbacks, and they moving the ball on us like that with this type of defense, and then you already know I'm finna go there, Vontae and Butcher Boy. Bosa, you got your money, Playboy. What's going on? And Armstead, you know how I feel about Armstead already. Can nobody bust through this line and get this dude not one time? Come on, y'all. Not one time.
Bay-Rob, good call, man. Good call. Look, I don't know where Armstead is. I don't know where Bosa is. Philadelphia let Javon Hargrave walk, and all of a sudden their defensive line looks better. And Hargrave's been good for the Niners. They let Hargrave walk, say, we'll just draft Jalen Carter, and we get Jordan Davis in shape, and now we got the best defensive line. So I don't want to hear anything about Philadelphia today. Philadelphia's a better football team, all right? They're the better football team as of today. I don't want to hear anything about the Eagles. We're not on their level. We need to lick our wounds, get over these 2 losses. Brock Purdy was good for the first 3 quarters, but you can't throw 2 interceptions in the fourth quarter of a football game. You just can't do it. That's inexcusable. You don't get a pass for that. You don't get a pass because Debo was out and Trent Williams was out. He had plenty of time. Nobody was complaining about the offensive line up until the fourth quarter. They were fine. Brock Purdy had time. He threw dimes. He had a solid game. When you throw 2 picks in the fourth quarter, you get heat. When you don't get sacks and you let Kirk Cousins throw it 45 times for over 380 yards, you get heat. When you allow a touchdown before the half on the all-out blitz, one of the silliest play calls I've ever seen from a defensive coordinator. 3rd and 6, no timeouts, and you're calling all-out blitzes? They're at the 40-yard line. They need at least 25 to get in the field goal range, and you call an all-out blitz? That's unacceptable. That's an unacceptable loss from a team I consider a Super Bowl contender. So you know what? It's time to get right. No panic, no doom and gloom, no saying the season's cooked. But you know what? You got the Cincinnati Bengals and the Jacksonville Jaguars on deck. These are monster games. Because if you lose these games, forget Philadelphia. You're going to be in second place in the NFC West. You may not even win. You may not have won your division if you lose these next 2 games. So you need to get right. And that's a real thing. You may be in second place in the next 3 weeks if you don't get right.
So you're going to bring up Bosa rightfully, right? The other guy that I think we have to address, Eric Armstead. He's the 3rd highest paid 49er of all time. Do you know that?
Yeah.
3rd highest paid 49er of all time. $86 million he will make through this year. $86 million. Bonte, the guy, let me just read the last couple. Since the 10-sack season where you had to keep him, I wanted to franchise him, had to keep him, and you paid him DN money, even though he's a D tackle. 3.5 sacks in 2020, 6 sacks in 2021, 0 last year, and a half a sack this year. Now, Joe, he does more than just sack the quarterback. You paid him as a DN to sack the quarterback. They've restructured his contract a zillion times. Bonte, Eric Armstead's money is grossly overrated.
Man, he had 1 quarterback hit yesterday. He had no tackles, no assists. His stat sheet, it's nothing but zeros across the board. I'm looking at Eric Armstead's stat sheet right now. There's nothing but zeros across the board. At least I got 5 tackles from Nick Bosa. At least you did that.
Bonte, you just look
Eric
at the
Armstead.
money.
No, I'm looking at Eric Armstead. Just look at the stat sheet.
I am. It's zeros.
Zeros.
It's goose eggs.
Everywhere. I did not see number 91 yesterday.
Beat 40%.
Maybe he'll talk about that on the podcast.
40% of their salary cap is that defensive line, and they can't get home. 40% of this year's salary cap is the D-line that can't get home. Actually, more now that you've got Kinlaw. So I'm just talking about the top guys.
Yep. Let's get to let's get to TC in Sacramento. Then we got J-Dub on deck. We're getting everybody. It's your show today. TC Sacramento. What's happening, TC? Good morning.
Oh man, good morning, Bonte Joe. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I called her yesterday. I tried to call and say, man, don't let that dude dice. Hey, look, your boy looking average. They both looking average. Kyle and Brock, bro. There ain't no excuses about the injuries or none of that, dog. You get what I'm saying? They better get it together, bro. I'm telling you, everything is starting to unravel.
Hey, you know what? What is it? What's the solution here? Because I thought Brock was good for the first 3 quarters, TC. The interceptions in the fourth quarter cannot happen. Cannot happen. We ran Jimmy Garoppolo out of town for the same thing.
Period. If he's supposed to be the real deal, bro, he's supposed to be overcoming all that. If he the real deal, like everybody wanted to be and everybody saying, he's supposed to overcome his faults and Kyle's faults. That's what great quarterbacks do with a coach.
That feels a little egregious.
Go ahead.
I thought he was I'll let you retort. I thought he was really good in terms of playmaking when there weren't a lot of plays to be had for about 3 quarters. Almost inexcusable, the final pick. And then I don't know what happened on the Jennings pick. Was it just a poorly thrown ball? Was it a combination of the wrong route or getting chipped off the route by Jennings?
It was a terrible pick. Shanahan said it was a terrible pick.
So they're both, okay. Those were
what
bad.
Shanahan said.
Those were bad.
Go ahead, TC.
Those are bad, bro. The anticipation, all that anticipation, BS that he's doing, bro, that's going to catch up to him, and it's starting to catch up to him. Throwing the ball when the receiver's not there. Let him get up. Go ahead.
No, go ahead, TC. You're good.
Keep going. You're cooking.
Yeah. No. Yeah, exactly. Like all that anticipation, bro, got him in trouble. That wasn't nothing about Jennings running the wrong route or any of that, bro. This dude's throwing the ball before the receiver is getting there. That's going to get him in trouble, dog.
Well, early in that first half, I thought that
call,
wide
CC.
throw, he threw an absolute dime to, I believe, Jennings on a deep ball.
He threw dimes at Kittle. He threw dimes at Ayuk. I thought he was fine. I thought Purdy.
No,
was
I
really
thought he
good.
made plays, but again, at the end, you're going to get judged by interceptions to finish games. But Bonte, he did throw one medicine ball to Kittle that I was so happy.
Oh, the
Kittle,
high one.
Oh,
The
dude,
high
Kittle
one,
got
it was
blasted
bad.
in the groin, and I thought it was an abdomen at first, but thankfully it was.
I tell you what.
The family jewels.